That was a good show in Paris, I think. I think both shows in Paris were probably well. We're going to talk about it, though, now. All right? It's DA Wrestling. I'm Andrew, Canadian YouTube guy. Hey, let's talk about Clash of Paris and some stuff that happened at Raw. Why not? It's DA Wrestling. Let's do this. Okay, on today's show, obviously, we're going to talk to you. Some stuff that happened on Clash, stuff that happened on Raw. Why? Because it's kind of all Paris stuff. That's why. And before we get into it, too, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below there. Small click for you. Very, very small. Big click for us. We appreciate all that thing there. All support that we get from other people, as well as all subscribers. We thank you very much. If you want to hear the audio version, though, make sure you follow us there on Spotify as well as Podbean. That's where we are. Right? Also, we're also on X as well, so follow us on DA Wrestling. Thank you very much. Now, let's get on to this stuff. All right, so the big news coming out of Clash in Paris and the Paris Raw in general. I'm going to talk about the SmackDown stuff. But Raw in general and Paris is the fact that AJ Lee, by the sounds of it, sounds like he's coming back. That's right. AJ Lee, wife of CM Punk, former longest serving Divas champion until Nikki Bella broke it. Yeah. Now that did happen, right? It's a possibility she might be coming back, right? It almost seems relevant now considering the fact that we just inserted Becky Lynch into the Seth Rollins CM Punk stuff. So, are we going to get a mixed tag match? Probably more than likely. Probably more than likely. But judging by what happened at the end of Clash, it also seems, though, too, that this is like Authority 2.0. Right? You remember the Authority, right? Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, the same people who like try to ruin everybody and all that stuff and make best for business crap. Yeah, you remember that, right? You know, they had that match with Sting at WrestleMania, at least Triple H did, right? The whole Daniel Bryan stuff. You remember all that stuff, right? So it looks like that's the way they're going with this almost Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch thing. As you saw tonight on Raw, Becky Lynch, I mean, granted, it's probably more geared towards CM Punk, but hey, it could very well be a full Authority thing. Now, I'm just speculating on that one, too. It could be nothing to Authority 2.0 or nothing like that. It's just a theory. People love to have theories. You know? So, is it possible we're going to have Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins be like Authority 2.0? Right now, it kind of looks like it. Right? Claim they have all the power and all that stuff. Yes, there's a Raw GM. I know you guys are going to say that. You're going to comment down below. And I say, Andrew, there's Adam Pearce, the GM. Yeah, I get that. But almost little differently kind of Authority 2.0. Not fully, completely empowered, but just below that, that line. Right? And consider the fact that CM Punk and Becky Lynch had a nice confrontation on Raw, where Becky basically blamed him for 10 years of people shouting his name. What are you going to do? Right? They're using that as a reasoning to whole justify this whole thing too. It's fine. He did it to people chanted CM Punk's name a lot during that time. It was really a lot. Okay? So, and then especially after Becky slapped CM Punk on Raw several times, like she missteps, put her head into his chest and like all that other stuff. And CM Punk said, I'm gonna take the title from your husband, all that stuff, embarrass him, and you're going to regret slapping me. So it's a good possibility that we're going to have AJ Lee here very, very soon. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I know it's something that's like people have been crying for a very long time, especially considering the state of wrestling and ever since the whole women's evolution really started and revolution and all that other jazz. People have wanted to see this. So is it possible? Comment down below. But CM Punk obviously didn't win the title there. Like I kind of called that one too. I figured Seth was going to keep that title for a bit anyway. Right? But hey, we got a good match. It was a good four-way match there too. Nobody saw the Becky Lynch stuff coming. I don't think anybody saw it. Everybody figured at some point though, maybe Becky Lynch might be inserted. We probably just didn't really say it out loud, or at least some of us maybe did. Right? I'm not saying I did because I don't think I really called that one ever. But it was a possibility that maybe Becky Lynch would be inserted at some point if it's to get AJ Lee back. And that looks like the way they're going to go. It's going to fill up some time, some space, all those things. Right? I still think Punk's going to win that title at WrestleMania, though. But then you have the Roman Reigns stuff, though, too. Because Roman Reigns, along with Jey Uso tonight on Raw, has been stretched out of Paris due to the tribal thief, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. Right? It was a good match as Clash in Paris between Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. It really showcased Bronson Reed, to be honest with you. He really, really sold a lot for Bronson Reed, showing Bronson Reed how strong he is. Yes, he lost, but he lost and still looked very, very strong in the process, which is what I think a lot of people wanted to see. Right? It's great for that. Right? But at the end of Raw tonight, same thing happened to Jey Uso. Got tsunami numerous times. They've really put out there that tsunami is a devastating move. It takes people out, right? Very similar moves that, like, Yokozuna used to do, like the sitting down thing, or what they call the Annihilator by Nia Jax now, right? Just not as devastating when Nia Jax does it compared to, say, Yokozuna. Or the Vader Bomb and stuff, things like that, right? I mean, a very, very devastating move. Right? Do I see we have another round of this series? Yes. Now, Survivor Series isn't very far away. Right? It's about still 2.5 months. Right? We're just into September now. Still October, then in November, all of a sudden it's the Survivor Series. Now, what are the chances are here we're going to see another almost like Bloodline versus the Vision cage match? Could it be that we're going to have maybe the first mixed, intergender match? No, like maybe that's too far fetched, but is it possible we're gonna do that? Right? Because the way it's going right now, they're gonna push that whole Roman Reigns, right? Possibly CM Punk, Jey Uso, probably LA Knight, in that match against Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, and then probably somebody else. So it seems like that's the way they're going to slowly push it towards that Survivor Series match, the War Games. It's a possibility. We'll see what happens with that though. I think it looks well. It's possible. I think that's going to work out the way they want to do it. All right. Let's get to let's bring back Becky Lynch though. So Becky Lynch had a match with Nikki Bella at Clash in Paris. Anybody here think that match sucked? I mean, I'm not one to say matches sting half the time. I don't really say that a lot on this show. I just say, but a lot of people there weren't very thrilled with the match. Like Nikki obviously had a bunch of ring rust by the looks of it. A lot of people were not cheering really Nikki Bella as they wanted her to. People seem to be more on the side of Becky Lynch, and then she did the whole Seth Rollins thing, and then just got booed the hell out of the building. It's almost like they almost did like they did a pivot. It's almost like she was getting cheered a fair amount in Paris over Nikki Bella, so they figured, okay, let's pivot here, let's pull this in here. That's why the whole thing with AJ Lee now, right? Who knows? But I mean, Nikki still looks great, to be honest with you. But I don't know if she's up to today's par. Like, she worked hard to get to where she was. But that was also several years ago. Is it possible being away for this long did something? Absolutely. You know, I think Arn Anderson said it best one time. There is a thing called ring rust. If you're not doing it every single day, you come back in, you're going to be sore the next day. You're going to have all those things. Is it possible? Absolutely, it is. You know, Nikki obviously wasn't in Paris this week on Raw after Clash of Paris, so obviously she had to fly back or something. So we'll see what goes on later on with this, right? But go about that. Moving on. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio was a really good match. Do I think AJ Styles should have won? Yes. Do I still think it was the right call to put? Do I think it was a right idea to leave Dominic Mysterio with the title? Probably yes. I still think AJ Styles should have won, but you could have easily had AJ Styles win the title, and then Dominic take it back maybe a month later. So that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Right? It doesn't mean much now. It doesn't really hold much weight. Right? But Clash of Pairs, though, was I not right when I said the Rusev match and Sheamus match was probably gonna be the best match of the card? It was definitely the most fun. You know, Sheamus doing white noise off like a bunch of kegs, right? Just beating the hell out of each other like all over the whole bar scene of a ring. It's great. It's awesome. It was a lot of fun. Just go take a look at it. It's a lot of fun. You know? Uh we also obviously had the tag team match, the tag team titles that was announced on SmackDown. We had that on Clash of Paris. It's good for what it was. I don't. I think the Steve like this. I guess I don't know if it's a heel turn that they did with the Street Profits a while back because it doesn't seem like it's that they're bad to begin with. So like, and people are too way into the Wyatt Six. So either you got to make the Street Profits a little more violent and ruthless, or something else. Because Jesus, it just seems to be drowning. You know, they're like, say what you will about AEW, but they do have a much better tag team division when you think about it compared to say WWE. There, I said it. Right, but it was still a good match for what it was. And the last one we're going to talk about too is John Cena, who was not at the Raw Paris, but he was at Clash of Paris, and he did defeat Logan Paul in a very, very good match. At the end of it, they're basically doing finishers from all over the place. Like John Cena did in the days at one point, he did Pop Rocks or Code Red or whatever you want to call it. Right? We got some MJF talk over with WWE when Logan Paul did a buckshot lariat like Hangman Page did. It was all over the place. Cena eventually won. I was wrong on that one. I figured Paul would win. Maybe Cena would put him over. That's fine. Cena won. Good for him. Right? Maybe I'm gonna lose then. Maybe till the next thing. Who knows? But anyway, guys, that's pretty much Clash of Paris. That's pretty much Raw. Some other stuff happened Raw. I don't think they're too crazy, right? The biggest stuff I just want to talk about there because I think that's the most important. Anyway, guys, we thank you very much there. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for listening to me and my tweet random a lot about random things. Thank you very much. This is DA Wrestling. This Canadian YouTube channel. We thank you very much. Follow us on YouTube. Click that subscribe button. Follow us on X on DA Wrestling, Spotify, as well as Podbean for the audio version stuff. We thank you very much. Have a good one, guys. And hey, happy Labor Day. It's September. Football season starts on Thursday. Fantastic. Looking forward to it.